Now listen very carefully. I don't want anyone to panic, but I think I might have crashed the universe. So if one of you could hunt around and find the reset button, then just flip it for me, and I don't think anyone will notice. Okay, yeah, there. Yeah, that one over there. Good. Good. Okay, we're coming back up. I think everything's going to be okay. And we have reality. Huh.
In a crude laboratory in the basement of his home,
What's up, Yeti fans? It's your one and only super modded Minecraft Yeti here, Mojo Beast. Hi there. How are you all doing? I am having a great day because we're starting something new and very special today, and it has something to do with mods. But this is not a modded world. Dun, dun, dun. This is entirely vanilla. So, what on earth am I doing? Well, let me explain it to you. I love skyblock mod packs, and I thought I would try my own little spin on that. And this is snowblock. I don't know if anyone else has ever done this ever. I've done no research into this. So there are no mods installed on this here server at the moment. And so I want to try two things. I am going to sort of add mods one at a time as and when we need them to do cool stuff, and get from having just this one tree into an entire world full of interesting, crazy stuff. And the other thing I want to do is, because I do a little bit of coding myself, I want to try my hand at writing a mod or two. And then when we've got this whole thing going, I want to see if we can release it as a mod pack. So that's the ambition. Let's see how far we get with this. So, stage 1. I'm going to need to put myself in survival. And there we are. That'll be it for creative. That will be in survival mode for the whole rest of the thing. Unless we're testing mods, of course, which we'll do in a different world. Okay. Let's break some tree. So, right now, we're not going to be able to get very far. We're going to be able, basically, we have one dirt. The rest of this is all stone. So one dirt block. So basically, we'll be able to turn this tree into more trees. Well, a tree at a time. Basically, we can farm wood. And that's the whole deal we've got going right now. I say we can farm wood, but at some point it's going to be night, and here is where my Minecraft knowledge could end up killing me, or my lack of Minecraft knowledge, because I can't remember whether mobs spawn on snow. So I think before I do anything else at all, I'm going to have to build myself a wooden house. I'm wondering, actually, whether having stone in the world to start with isn't a little bit too cheaty. Because I wonder whether it makes it a little bit too easy, actually. Because then you can get cobble and stone tools. And so even though there aren't any ores into this, you can actually make a little more progress than I was actually intending. So maybe I will swap this out for snow blocks. Yeah, that would make sense. Then I'll come back to you, because then it really will be the barren ice plains. Cool. Let's do that. Okay, we're definitely cooking now. No, I'm not talking about that sapling. I'm talking about, we have our first mods installed. Oh, and yeah, also, that's snow all the way down now. Snow all the way down the bedrock. So I don't think there's very much that I can get out of that. I've got to live off of this sapling. I got one sapling off of that tree. So, as our first mod is not enough items, which you may be familiar with. It's just so that we can navigate all of the stuff that's in the game. And the other clue as to the other mod that I have is in my hand here. One wooden crook, which is from Ex Nihilo. Now, there are 3 different versions, I think, of Ex Nihilo for 1.10.2, which is what we're on. If you're not familiar with it, it's one of my favourite mods. Basically allows you to get everything from nothing. That's what the name means, from nothing. Now, since 1.10.2, there are 3 sort of different competing versions of it. There's Ex Nihilo Omnia, which is sort of truest to the original. Ex Nihilo Adcensio, I'm not sure what that means. And the last one is Ex Nihilo 2, which is like I think it's really different from the original. I think it's still a work in progress as well. But yeah, we're using Ex Nihilo Omnia because it's the closest to the original, and I love that mod. I just really like making things from nothing. And this tree is not growing. I think what we really need, actually, in this world is whichever mod it is that lets you grow trees by twerking at them. Because that would just make life easier in the whole grindy getting started phase. Let me go and research what that is, and I'll see if I can add it, see if it's easy. Be right back. Okay, are you ready for this? It's working! Grow! Grow! Hey! Tree! We have a tree that we're stuck in. There we are. I can grow things with the twerking power of my Yeti butt. So, yeah, I added a few more little mods. That one is called, I looked it up, it's Twerking Sim 2K16. But yeah, hang on, 2K16? No, that's out of date already. I want Twerking Sim 2K17. Oh, that must do amazing things. Like, well, I don't know what it would do. There we go. Okay, so we're stocking up on wood here. What we need, we're going to need a house soonish. I don't know how we're going to get torches either. That's going to be this is going to be a bit of a survival challenge if there are any mobs that spawn in here. We'll find out, I guess. And I also have, oh yeah, I have ore excavation. So I probably need to change it's probably the tilde. Oh, let's see what it is actually. Oh yeah, I think that worked. Yep. So ore excavation is basically a vein miner mod. And then we have the fast leaf decay as well. So this should let us burn through a few trees. And then we need to get into do some exciting stuff. Actually, what I need to do is I need to start using this crook that I made. You just make it out of sticks. I'll show you the recipe. Crook. A crock? No, it's not a crock. It's not a crook. Yeah, just make it out of sticks. And, oh no, I'm gonna die. This aspect of the pack may need a little bit of tweaking. Why is nothing attacking me yet? I am in survival. Maybe... I don't know, maybe if I were to move like a tiny little bit, they would all come after me. Silkworm! We're definitely going to need one of those. Oh, actually, that is going to solve our mob problem. And I'll show you how. What we're going to need first, though, is another tree. Okay, tree. Become a thing. Become a thing in the world. Uh-oh. Ooh, carrot. I really shouldn't eat that. That could actually be useful if I plant it. I'm so hungry. Okay, tree. Become a tree. I mean, a bigger tree. Is it working? Oh, you know what else I need? Ooh, that's not. Oh, that's not good. I've got the stray. That's gonna kill me. That's totally gonna kill me. You know what? I'm gonna dig myself a hole. Yeah, this is perhaps not going the best. Okay, guys, so I started over again. Yep, I think I might have to call this the episode of many beginnings. But you can see, well, it's dark and the night is not full of terrors. There are no mobs spawning, and there is a good reason for that. Yeah, I've changed the world gen a little bit so that these snow layers are too thick. So there's 2 layers there, and mobs can't spawn on that, whereas they can spawn on a natural snow layer. Also, I've installed another couple of mods. So we have, let's see if I can pronounce these, Hawaila. Hawaila, here's what you're looking at, which is it's a fork of Whaler. And also I have, what's the other one? Wola. What are we looking at? So I'm actually not sure which ones are doing which, but it was recommended to me to add both of them. But what we've got now is we can look at what's going on here. And you can see these leaves here have been infested with the silkworms, whereas these ones are still infesting. But if I break an infested one, I should get some string. So this is how we're going to get ourselves string. Also, I have crafted up here some oakwood slabs and there we go. And some planks. And we can get these barrels. And what we should be able to do with these is, actually, let me just make myself a chest so I don't inadvertently use up all of my saplings. What I can do with these here saplings, I'll just leave a few in there spare. But you see, I have a whole bunch that I don't need. What I can do with these, I can compass them down, and that's going to turn them into dirt. And I can increase the number of trees that I can farm at once. And I'm going to need more than just one piece of dirt. Okay. You know what else I can do? Even though we don't mind it being night, what I can do is I can turn this string into wool. Do we have enough of these yet to get 3 of them? Because you know what I want? I want a bed. What's kind of cool is that in order to put stuff down, you have to break the snow by hand. I kind of like that as an aesthetic. It's becoming light anyway, but we made this bed, we may as well lie in it. Okay, cool. So, what happens if we vein mine these? Oh, you got the whole thing goes. Okay, well that's plenty of string to be going on with. And that actually gets me the next thing that I need, thinking about it. And we can race ahead with this. This is my my favourite part of Ex Nihilo. Now let me see. I think I probably need 2 of those string. I always forget this recipe. Here's what we're going for. We're going for a sieve. Oh, I see. You do this, and then you put the mesh in it. So it's a little bit more like Ex Nihilo Adsencio than the original. Got to remember your flavors of Ex Nihilo. There we go. That is what we wanted. So, we actually have nothing to sieve. What we need to do is we need to get some dirt. For the time being, I probably have enough. I'm going to do this as a demonstration for you guys. So we can sieve this dirt and we'll get stuff out of it. What did we get? We got some small stones. Oh. Those don't do what I thought they did. I thought they made cobble. Apparently they do not. I'm going to have to look that up. And some sugarcane seeds. So if we get some sand, we can make sugarcane. Actually, could we just plant it on dirt? Maybe we can, but we need some water anyway. So I'm going to continue to farm up all of this stuff. I'm going to plant some trees. I'm going to turn the surplus saplings into dirt. I'm going to make myself a bigger tree farm. And then I'll be back. Okay guys, we're back and we've got some stuff done here. We have a whole row of these trees and a whole row of these barrels. And they're busy making dirt and more trees. But what we're going to do here is we're going to make some cobble. So I figured out I'm not sure if it is different when I've seen this mod before, but you need 9 of these to make one cobble, which is kind of expensive. But there we go. We have one furnace. And what I'm going to do with this straight away is I'm going to use it to make some charcoal because I want some torches. Because I have another thing to do. So this is some of the other stuff that I got from sieving all of that dirt. Not silkworms, but I have a ton of these. I have a plan for those. I have these sugarcane seeds, beetroot seeds, regular wheat seeds, potato seeds, and melon seeds. And these are the ones I want to do something with next. Grass seeds. So we can make some grass. So let's take this charcoal, make us some torches, because I'm going to run out. I'm not going to count up the number of blocks, but I'm going to run out a reasonable distance here. Actually, let me see. Oh yeah, that's plenty. And I should be able, there we go, make myself some grass. So I'm going to build myself up just a little bit of a, should we say, we'll do a 9 by 9, I think. And this should spread, and we might get some passive mobs spawning. Now, the biome, I think, is ice plains, because I based this on the super flat, snowy world, whatever it's called. So I'm not sure what passive mobs will get spawning. We may just get polar bears, which would be interesting. I'm not sure if you can eat polar bears. We'll see what we get, though. So, having really... Now I've been playing this for a little while. I will say the open game... Oh, by the way, let's see if you can do this. I think you can. Yes, that's right. I've got tons of these silkworms, and I think they are food. But yeah, the opening game here is a little bit of a grind, and I would kind of like something to make it a little bit more engaging. So if you have any ideas, like could we use one of the questing mods, like hardcore questing or better questing? I forget which one is the good one actually. Could we do something else? Are there some other mods that you think we could add that would just make it a little bit less of a grind and a little bit more interesting getting started? But yeah, I'm going to cook up these silkworms. These are my breakfast, and I'm going to keep on doing some of the grind, because what I think we need next, let's think this thing through. We are going to need these crucibles. In order to get the unfired crucibles, we pour something like that in. For that, we need bone meal. Now we could either get that from bone, which we could get from killing mobs, or we could get it from sieving dust. Now, you get dust, basically you get it from hammering down cobblestone into gravel, then sand, then dust. And that's going to be really expensive. I was thinking of changing this recipe. I think it might be a bit fairer if you had 4 of these, like that, for a cobblestone, rather than 1. Because otherwise that is a huge grind. So I may change that. But even so, I think that we'll be better off building ourselves a little hostile mob farm where we can go and kill the mobs with our wooden tools. And then at least we'll get some bones and we can turn that into this porcelain clay. Oh, we're also going to... Oh, here's the other thing though. This is going to be interesting. We're also going to need clay, which you get from sand. Is there a good way of getting sand other than just grinding it out? Oh, this could be painful. Not really. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go in and change that recipe because that is just silly. Otherwise, I'm going to need to be able to get. I'm going to need to be able to grind out some cobble a little easier than that, and I'm also. Do I have any mobs spawning? No. Do I have the grass spread? Oh, the grass is spreading, so that is working. Okay, cool. Yeah. Here's the other thing that I am going to try and do. Now, I am going to need a shovel. Because one cool thing about... Yeah, there we go. One cool thing about starting this in a world of snow is I believe... Actually, let's see if you can do this with these oak barrels. No, I don't think you can. But I did find out that you can melt down ice and snow and packed ice in a crucible and get yourself water. And I think because of the biome, I think it's not going to rain, which is how you would normally get water through these barrels. So that's actually quite a cool way of getting water. So I'm going to try that out. Be right back. Oh. I completely forgot in the last segment. The reason I made these torches is to put them down here so that hostile mobs don't spawn on this grass. That was almost a bit of a disaster. Okay, so I have made some changes that I think will make things a little less grindy and a little more yeti. So, first of all, there is a config in Ex Nihilo Omnia that you can use to set the number of small stones that go into a cobblestone. You saw that just took 4 there. I pop that up on the screen so you can see the config file and what it looks like. And this is cooler. This is the bit that I'm really looking forward to showing you. Let's grab some snow. Because also in that mod, you can configure what goes into the sieves. So, sieving snow. And we get some stones. I think if I've got this set up right, let's take a few of these. There should be a chance to get more than 1 stone. I think the way that I've got it set up, I'll put the config up on the screen again, is that you can get up to 4. Let's see if I can. Let's do a few of these. Oh yeah, okay, so got 3 that time. Just 1 that time. And that seems reasonably balanced. I might make it a little bit more. We'll see. I mean, it's not as if there is a shortage of snow. You can just do this all day. Although the downside is you need to put some torches down because the minute you start digging out these spaces, mobs can spawn. But I kind of like that mechanic. Okay, so once I have got myself some cobble, actually now would be a good time to go and make myself an Ex Nihilo hammer. Bam, ba-dum, ba-bum. Okay. So let's use vein miner to bash this down into gravel. And then let's do it again to bash it down into sand. And Let's see, we want this for two purposes, don't we? So we need some clay. Ooh. I see a bit of a paradox here. I need water to turn this sand into clay. But I don't think I have a means to melt. Without making a crucible, I don't think I have the means to turn it into clay. You know what? I could do that by changing the snow recipe so it has a chance to drop, like a smaller chance to drop some clay balls. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Why not? By the way, if you can think of any other cool stuff, and it doesn't have to be vanilla, of course, I mean, it can be anything. If you can think of anything that would be nice to be able to sieve out of snow, I mean, it could be a reasonably rare chance. But yeah, have a think about what else it would be cool to add as a recipe. Because we could get to sieving all sorts of stuff with this. There's all sorts of awesome things we could do with the config. Okay. So I think next up I'm going to have to, so I'll change that recipe and then I'll get some clay out of some snow. Cool. I'll be right back. Snow for clay! Snow for clay! Okay, we have clay. Aha! Bone meal. Okay, I'm going to need some more of these. Yes! Yes! We got what we want. 7 bone meal. I think 7 is the right number. Okay, so we need to use bone meal and clay and one other thing to make porcelain clay. Now, I haven't seen this before. This might be something that's unique to this particular mod, the Ex Nihilo Omnia. But we also need ash, and you can get that from just burning sticks. So I think if we combine these, we should get, yep, there we go, porcelain clay. So I'm going to wait for these to smelt up, and then we can make ourselves a porcelain clay crucible, or an unfired crucible. And then we just have to smelt it again in a crucible, and we'll get our crucible that we can use to do cool stuff in. Here we go. We have our crucible, and to use this, it should be as simple as putting it over a torch. And then, I believe we can put snow in this and get water. Maybe I should have put this in a more sensible place. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, that is melting up into water. Now, I've just considered... Oh, no. I have a solution for this. I was thinking I need a bucket. But, aha. This is what else I was getting from sieving that dust. Iron ore dust. I should be able to just smelt this up into regular iron. Now, ordinarily in most mod packs where you might have used Ex Nihilo, I'll show you actually, we've not got that many different kinds of dust. Gold ore dust, iron ore dust, and that's basically it. But once I add more mods in, we should get more things that we can get from this dust. Okay, that should be good for us to get a bucket. There we go. That is going to take a little while, but once that's done, we should be able to get a bucket of water out of there. Now, what do we want water for? Well, among other things, I wanted to irrigate some farmland, because then, you see we've got all of these seeds here, we can start planting some different kinds of food. However, that is going to have to be in the next episode of... What do we call this? I don't know. Now, I'll tell you, I'm so excited about this project, and I'll tell you why, because there's so many possibilities, and there's a lot of stuff that you guys get to help me decide. So, what should we call the mod pack? What mods should we put in it? What sort of custom recipes and configs should we do? And when we get into writing mods, what are the sort of things that you'd like to see me write? I mean, within reason. I'm probably not going to have, you know, Euro Truck Simulator in Minecraft. Don't ask me to do that. Okay, guys. But this has been super fun. I'm really looking forward to the next one. But until that time, stay cool and stay Yeti. And peace out.
And I was like, that's cool.